This is a robot arm, and it can be used for almost anything.
Try really hard.
That is when it actually works.
AMD gave us 25 of them to use for this hardware hackathon. So for the next 48 hours, we're going to have 65 teenagers build whatever they can think of with only 2 simple rules. Rule number 1, you must use AMD AI. And rule number 2, you gotta use the robot arm. But aside from that, we have literally $10,000 worth of hardware for these teens to use. We have a ton of stepper motors, LCD displays, small buttons, and also super duper big buttons. And so we'll see in the next 2 days if these teens actually finish building their AI robot projects.
Okay, so what we first thought is this like dating coach that like sits next to you. Whenever like you're like on a date, if you don't compliment them like every 10 seconds, then it like plays the Vine Boom sound effect. So we're gonna train this arm to like throw things at you.
We got this crazy PC and we're trying to like install a bunch of random stuff right now.
The headset is going to detect things using its cameras, and the arm's gonna pick them up if we decide we want them to.
We're gonna fold the t-shirts. Would you like to elaborate on that?
Okay. So basically we're gonna try to make like a self-playing violin that can read sheet music and also like sound kind of human. Our USB-C port isn't exactly like working very well, but we're gonna try to fix that.
So the hackathon just started, and things are already crashing and burning. We have so many devices that we've overwhelmed our venue's network.
Nobody's gone to any robot arms because we haven't been able to get the machine learning downloaded. So yeah, everybody's huddled up at the Ethernet port over there. Nobody can go on without it if that is not resolved.
The internet is terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Currently waiting for the Wi-Fi to come back up. In the meantime, what I can do is start a few sketches of what our project is going to be.
Can we tell you our team name too, because we really like it?
Yes.
We are the Real Housewives.
3, 2, 1. The Real Housewives of Prototype.
We are building a robot that plays Jenga with you.
How do you even test something like that?
We'll have to set up Jenga and just keep setting it up. And
We're setting up Jenga a lot in here.
and we're also thinking of making an algorithm for the thing to like choose which one.
Currently our biggest problem is just getting a button working.
Alright, so this is the follow arm and this is the leader arm. The follow arm mimics everything that the leader arm is doing. So whatever my teammate is doing here, the follow arm will do its best to mimic.
Basically, you had to replicate the actions you want your robot to do. You upload that data.
And then like magically it like thinks about it really hard and then like it tries to do it itself. Yeah. And like you gotta like do a lot of times so it can see like what you're supposed to do.
So mission 1, Hello World, is trying to get this box picked up by this robot autonomously. And from that, we're gonna be able to do custom things like our bowling game.
How many times do you get to do the action?
At least 50 times.
Let it go. Let go.
Oh, it's trying really hard.
It really is trying. Just assume this back is gonna be picked up. Wait.
This is like Wally, but he was a fetus.
So we've got a camera attached to our robot arm, and now we're getting the input from the computer. Oh my god, my fingers are crusty. And this is us.
What did you just do?
I control the robotic arm to grab the top of the water bottle and flip it.
Can I see it?
Yep. Alright, Luke, do a flip.
Oh, very nice.
That actually looks so cool from the camera view, though.
We did absolutely nothing past 3 hours, picking up a cube and putting it back down.
It's like really jittery. I think we moved the camera, the farther camera over there, and we couldn't find the right position to put it back into. So now the robot's kind of confused. Am I supposed to be here? Am I supposed to be here? Because one camera's telling it something, the other one's telling it something else.
I spent an hour trying to set up the Arduino and it should have taken me 5 minutes because I was using the wrong port.
I feel really hopeful,
Yeah, honestly, we're in a good position. We're here to learn, you know? We don't come here knowing everything.
Wow, that was so...
First, none of the cameras worked, then we fixed the camera, then another camera stopped working, then we fixed that camera, and then the arm stopped working, so we had to replace the whole arm.
Are you worried about anything?
No?
No.
Life's great.
Life is amazing.
Life is amazing.
6, 7. Yeah, for the next 2-3 hours, like most people are probably just gonna finish like the basic training, the basic model thing, and then afterwards they're probably just going straight to sleep because a lot of these people are flying in from like East Coast. It's like 2 or 3 a.m. for them.
And just to clarify how training the robot arms work a little more, just as it was said before, you have a leader arm and a follower arm. You do the action on the leader arm over and over again, and each action is called an episode or a step. The more episodes you have, the more accurate the action will be autonomously when you train the model. But if your lighting changes, the camera is off by a little or something's blocking it, or you fail the motion in a step, the data starts to get less and less accurate.
Why are you staying up 2 days in a row?
Because this is hard.
Yeah, staying up both days, obviously. Huh? Winners stay working.
Real.
Yeah, what's the progress from yesterday?
It moves. That's a big achievement, trust me.
All right.
No, you can't reset immediately.
So basically, I'm sitting here using this arm to imitate a bowing motion on this arm hundreds of times, and that trains it over different varieties and circumstances. Use a generative AI to actually follow those tasks. So that's what I'm working on at the moment.
Basically, that entire night from like 11 to 3ish, there was just zero progress, and we had no clue if this project was even gonna work. But after we got it working like at like 3 a.m. today, everything kind of just went really fast.
It's currently 11 a.m. on day 2. Teams are starting training on their own projects, so they've built out all the stuff they need and they're starting to gather data for their models. There's 30 hours left and we'll see how these projects turn out.
Okay, so training takes like 50 million years. For example, we did one that had 5 episodes and that took like 30 minutes and we need 50 episodes, so that's gonna take like my entire life probably.
Right now it's like honestly kind of cooked because like our training data is really bad. Oh yeah, look, the whole arm just like jitters around like crazy, and our cardboard like mounting solution here is like breaking, and we also only have 1 servo on it. We need 4, so like maybe we're a little behind, but I think it'll come together, right?
We 3D printed this little baseball bat here and this T to hold this TPU ball. What we trained this robot arm to do is it will grab the baseball bat and it will hit the ball, and it will return the baseball bat, go over here to retrieve the ball and put it back into the T.
Hey, Paulito, we have changed our idea because the other one was kind of in the shitter.
Funny enough, you're not the first person to tell me that in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, so these 2 cameras, when a block falls when you're playing Jenga, when it goes down here, these cameras, the camera on here and the camera all the way up here, are working together to detect in this beautiful halo of light where this block has fallen, so it can finally be picked up and added to the top of the pile.
So that's like the home screen, and then there's gonna be a button that pokes out through here. For now, I'm just pressing B on the keyboard to simulate that. It'll come to here and it'll listen. I can tell it like, I want a Shirley Temple. So it's using AI to formulate a recipe for us. And it says in the ingredients for container 1, ginger ale, container 2, grenadine, container 3, lemon lime soda, to Sprite. So then we can click B and it gives us a plan of, but instead of us doing it, obviously we have the robotic arm doing it for us.
We finally got a square! We finally got a square!
So we went through a lot of ideas. We ended up deciding on making like a drawing robot. So you'll draw something and then the robot it'll copy it, yeah.
This is a bartender robot. We have a fortune wheeler. It spins the wheel. Whatever drink you get, it picks that drink for you and give it to you.
But yeah, this is the fortune wheel. It has the little pointer. After clicking the button, the fortune wheel is going to spin and land either on one of these drinks or no drink, and we're also going to have a mystery gift option.
I'm gonna go on tour. Hey Olive, what is the queue on the printers? How long's the wait?
The queue is currently 7:50 p.m. and I'm printing stuff from 6:05 p.m. So that's like what, 1.5 hours?
Shit.
Which is down from 2.5 hours earlier today.
Hey, that's because we had dinner.
But also up from 30 minutes. That was also earlier today. So we're doing pretty average.
Shit.
So I think a lot of people, they stick to software and they don't really get into hardware because there's been this message or narrative push for the past 20, 30 years. Anyone can be a programmer. In my high school, there was a poster of Barack Obama saying, like, anyone can learn to code, which is funny because I was in Canada. But I think with hardware, like, there's not really that same level of push. And so, like, not only is it less commonplace to begin with, like, a lot of people just think, oh, hardware's not for me, or, oh, I just have to be like some hardware god to even get started. When I go around talking to people, it's like, why didn't you get into this sooner? Like, the response is almost always like, I just didn't think it was possible. I had no idea I was capable of this. Every single person in this room has like made a hardware project. There wasn't like some long essay application, like all you had to do was just build something. So at the end, when everyone's done their project, they're gonna have a science fair demo, and what that means is like they're gonna keep their project set up like at their table. The demos, they're not like, some code demo on a laptop. These are moving robot arms. I think every single project is gonna be entertaining, and obviously there's gonna be a lot of work put into it. So I think it'll be very magical.
Hey you guys, how's it going?
Rebranded.
Reset.
We're a surgery robot now.
That's so far different than what I thought you were gonna do. When did you switch to this idea?
Like 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
I'm happy we got something working for the second demo.
So you want this to point there?
We wanted to align the laser so it's in center. We have a automatic Nerf gun shooting system that will fire a bunch of rounds at these targets. So it kind of adjusts. We need to get it also correctly searching.
This is AMD. You're on a date with AMD.
Can you tell me what time it is?
Ooh, 1 a.m. I'm currently training our robot. So it's basically just removing this paper, replacing it with another one, and then going back to draw another square again and again, as many times until I fall asleep. But I won't fall asleep because sleeping is for losers.
Is your bed? This is kind of really smart.
It's really near my workstation so that when I need to work, I can just get up and do it.
Got you.
His bed?
Yeah, my bed. That's yours.
He's training a 15,000 step model on something that we know for a fact is not going to work because we've already done it 5 times.
Oh my god, dude, that's public. On Hugging Face, we have to train the model, right? So it knows what to do. So what will happen is like one of us will go up there and do 6, 7, and the other one will like teleoperate this and like throw it at the person. So like we spent like 2 hours just like throwing things at each other if we do 6, 7.
Okay, but it's like, it's going up for like 1 second. Yeah, she was really into it.
People are mostly done integrating with their hardware. They all have their ideas figured out, and they're just working on training it or getting the essential 3D prints made so then they can start their training. And so a lot of teams are just repeating their task over and over, getting the AI model to repeat that task.
What happens if it fails?
The world ends.
So because the training of the models took so long, a lot of the teams had the idea to let it train while they slept on the last day. The only problem with that is that if they woke up and it didn't work, they'd only have so much time left to retrain it if it failed. Because not only does actually training it take time, but it also takes time to record the episodes too. There were some teams up at like 4 in the morning trying to rewrite some of their episodes to make it more accurate.
The problem is that we are getting an internal server error every time we try to do anything interesting at all with our project, which is probably the least helpful message you could possibly get. All it says is something is wrong, and it is 3:43 a.m.
We fell asleep for too long. We expected to be finished earlier, but I feel like that's what a lot of people expect. We're not crashing out yet. Keyword is yet.
Everything was working. It did exactly what we wanted to do. Awesome, right? We go back, we run the code again. She's not working anymore. All within the span of probably 2 minutes. But those 2 minutes were really good. I'm gonna tell you, everyone. Like, I was about to break out the coffee, the cake, the donuts, every single celebration in the book, and now I'm breaking out Claude AI.
An optimistic outlook right now. I think that it's gonna take a lot of work in order to pull through. We still haven't trained our algorithm yet. Pretty much every other team has trained their algorithm, and we still haven't.
It was a little worrying because a lot of teams didn't have their robot functioning autonomously, but in their defense, they still had about 8 hours left.
Alright, so it's 10 a.m. and we have only 4 hours left. What can we do? Most people are logging in right now and they're trying to finish their project in only 4 hours. Some people are still 3D printing, and the 3D prints themselves take 4 hours, but hopefully everything works out.
We actually got it to work. She did 6, 7 and it dumped it on her. See? Look at that.
It works.
It works.
It kind of sounds like a dying pigeon.
Literally 2 minutes ago we got it to work.
Wait, do you want to run it? You want to run it? Okay.
Push down. Yeah, okay. It's played a note that's not an open string, that's a first.
This is an improvement.
We have the training thing and we ran inference, and it actually, like, if we put it down, it can take it and put it on top of the Jenga thing, which I think is like pretty good, but it's only like in a certain position right now. Like, it has to be vertical like this. So that might be a problem. So we're gonna train a little bit more later. We have like, we only have 4 hours.
We've just got 8 minutes left before the submission deadline. People are gonna go around and look at each project, science fair style, and get to see what everyone else has been building during this hackathon.
And now it's picking up the bat.
Are you ready?
No. Born ready.
Okay. Are you guys ready?
Super ready.
Okay, he's got it. Oh, let's go, buddy. Will he give it up?
So what we made, we started off with inspiration from that arcade game, Whack-A-Mole, if you know it, but we made a simplified model if you look over here. We had buttons, LEDs that light up instead of moles. You can see if you press a button, the LED goes, the mole goes to a different spot. You press it wrong, you didn't hit the mole. We trained about the guy 56 episodes.
Yeah. Okay, so this is Date Sensei. It's a robot that helps you on dates know what you should do and what you shouldn't do. So I'm here on a date. This is AMD. If I do 6-7, it will be throwing these red flags at me. And also, if I'm a bad date and I'm on my phone, it aggressively throws at me. Yeah, we have 3 cameras which will look at what I'm doing, and then the arm will react.
So our robot is trained to play a card game called Spoons. You have cards on your left that you pick up. You always have to stay at 4 cards in your hand, and then you discard onto your right, and that's the next player's pickup pile. So this robot is designed to get 4 of the same card because that's how you win at Spoon. It has a 4-card kind of inventory, like a hand, and then 1 extra slot that it can use, like say, if we have this card in this slot, but we don't want it in this slot, we take this card out, put it in the trash, put a new card into that slot from our temporary store. This is basically its draw pile. It only has 1 at a time though. It was designed this way so that if we had another robot, say, another robot could feed it super easily.
And the first motion you see here is going to be grabbing the card and pulling it up to the camera, because if you come over here, we have an OpenCV pipeline that's able to recognize the camera. We use this based on, we grayscale it, and then we look at the contours and we compare that to sample images. And so once it recognizes the card, it has a little grid down here that we use to train the neural network. And so these green and reds, we basically taught it, this red means replace this slot, right? And now it's able to reliably grab the card and do exactly what we need it to.
Okay, so this is our project arm tender. It autonomously presses the button to spin a wheel, then depending on what that wheel lands on, it grabs the corresponding drink, or in one case a mystery box. Arm tender is actually one model. It decides whether or not it's going to be pressing the button or picking up a can based on like whether an LED light is on. If the light is on, that means it's going to go for the can. If it's off, it means it's going to go straight for the button. So here it's landed on Coke, so you can see it's heading for the Coke can right now. Sometimes he's a little stupid, doesn't have great depth perception.
Oh, he's going for the Red Bull, I think.
Okay, he's got it, he's got it, he's got it.
Oh, let's go, buddy.
Will he give it up? Yeah, he likes caffeine a little bit too much. Okay, it's going for the caffeine. It really likes caffeine, I will warn you. So it's probably not going to give this up. Okay, for once it gave up its Red Bull. Now it's gonna go shake in a corner from caffeine withdrawal.
So, the judges have deliberated. So many hard conversations, and also all of your demos were just incredible. So, without further ado, we please have our largest drum roll yet. This is how they do it. In first place is Team 16 Arden.
One thing I think is really important, like for anyone watching, it's easy to see these events and be like, oh, this is cool. And like, yeah, I know technically it's accessible to anyone, but this still couldn't be me. Like, no, this literally could be you, like in the next room where this happens, like a month from now. All it takes, like you just have to start. It's the hardest thing in the world, but like you could be in the room when the next version of this happens.
I expected to meet a lot less people that like I kind of clicked with. I wasn't expecting to like find these guys and those guys over there.
I feel like usually hackathons are like more general, like you have a prompt and then you can like go use whatever tools that you're comfortable with. This like it forces us to like learn. Like I have never like gone that deep into training an AI like that, and I like learned so much.
Building the projects is like really fun and all, but I think just like being here and like being in the community, is being around everyone is the thing I'm gonna remember the most. Is like, where else are you really gonna be staying up until like 5 a.m. It's like with a bunch of like random people you know from online, building robots and stuff.
3, 2, 1, I thought it's better, say it.